The Peter channeling North Massachusetts over Bristol County, southeast of Massachusetts, and the world. And it is time now for the morning news to the stories of Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. Hey, good morning, y'all. This lovely Wednesday morning, August the 12th, 2026. It's 68 degrees in Buckeye skies at 7:54 a.m. Here on the night. David Crowley challenges Francesca Hogg in Wisconsin primary as Crowley got himself to Wisconsin primary win over Hogg. Trump plays down Air Force One plane switch as criticism grows over a decoy passenger. Iranian backed Qatari kills 6 in attack on vessel and other development in the Mideast. Huntington Theater to break ground on Grass Ball, East Wing this ball. Cal Riley accepts blame for Seattle Mariners struggles. He's awful. Busted angry at all these guys there for the Orioles rep season. With U.S. fires on ship breaking its blockade of Iran. Rod Stewart calls off U.S. store after routine heart procedure. A retired Royal Air Force fighter pilot, the only person to break the sound on land set of world land speed record for hydrogen-powered car. North Korea vowed to secure unparalleled retaliatory capability over South Korea's nuclear submarine push. Seoul shares up, sharply hiring for a third day of chip rally. Lebanon becomes first Middle East country to abolish death penalty. North Korea fired a ballistic missile toward the East Sea on Wednesday. The military said Seoul and Tokyo said it's such launch in less than a week. Colombia entered the second day of a search and rescue operation Tuesday after a magnitude 7.4 earthquake struck this country a day earlier. A Kansas family of 6 is dead after the 53-year-old farmer killed his wife and 4 children before turning a weapon on himself. Lightning strikes Soho prison, hospitalized 16 people. Trump denied the cost taxpayers little compared to other communities. A Lowe's encounters bucked at a Lincoln Furniture ship in Abington. Developers appealed denial of Hull Waterfront Townhome project. National Grid customer assistance event set for Brockton. Lawsuit filed for records of. Brockton area National Grid customers will have an opportunity to get outbound energy bills, learn about payments, assistance programs, and receive tips on lower electricity use during the customer assistance event set for August 27th. And it's going to take place 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Cape Area Association of Brockton at 575 North Montel Street in Brockton. Take a look at stocks now. Down 184.13 at 53.79, 185, S&P 500, 24.91 at 77.3, 20 at NASDAQ, down 159.91 at 26.45.45. Sports time. WNBA action. Indiana Fever 106, New York Liberty 92, Los Angeles Aces 86, Washington Mystics 76, and the Phoenix Mercury 94, Los Angeles Sparks 87. In Major League Baseball action, Detroit Tigers 6, Cleveland Guardians 4, Red Sox fall to the Toronto Blue Jays 5-3, Miami Marlins 2, Pittsburgh Pirates nothing, Chicago Cubs 8, Washington Nationals 6, New York Yankees 4, Seattle Mariners 1, Atlanta Braves 4, New York Mets nothing. It's the Baltimore Orioles 5, Minnesota Twins 2, Cincinnati Reds 5, Chicago White Sox 4 to 10 innings, and St. Louis Cardinals 2, Philadelphia Phillies nothing. It's the LA Angels 3, Texas Rangers 2, Colorado Rockies 3, Arizona Diamondbacks 2. San Diego Padres 11, Milwaukee Brewers 2, Tampa Bay Rays 12, LA Athletics 4, San Francisco Giants 4, Houston Astros 1, and LA Dodgers 5, Kansas City Royals 4, 10 innings. White Mips critics backed by female defense 2. Triple leaves UNC commits to Louisville. Tulsa keeps from the chance of the baseball World Series. But Judge Will says Wilson sees Harris run live on after turn. Alpha Riley takes blame as M's lose 5th in a row. Top 3 wins GOP Senate Party in Minnesota. Redmond, David Kent, Jolt Sudley, Slip and Slops. And Steph State track to be Warrior for Life. GM says. Peter Childers time. Approaching the 8 o'clock hour right on the nose. It's time now for Traffic Watch on this Wednesday morning. Baby! On the MT West Line train, 514, 630 from Bristol, Southway, 5 minutes basket between Ashland and South Station to the Rose English, Fairfield Line train, 1516, 7:21 a.m. from Fairfield, Southway, 5 minutes basket between West Connecticut Substation. And on the Providence Line train, 813, 635 a.m. from Substation, Southway, 5 minutes basket between Attleboro, Whitford Junction. 95 stop outside Little Store between Protected out of Providence and 146 stop at Old Road. 95 for Providence and 95 north outside. It's backed up between Route 10 and Crescent on Route 185 for Providence. 195 east Brunswick 95 Washington Bridge. Route 95 stop at Old Road 285 all the way down. Route 40 the Work East River Stretch. Route 138 westbound side. Little Store Jamestown Stretch. On that bridge to the southbound side. A little bit slow. Route 195 east Brunswick to Route 148 to Bedford. Ward Bridge and Cyber Bridge on this eastbound side. A little bit slow. Route 3 stop at Old Road. Route 6 to Cyber. Route 25 eastbound Old Road. Route 6 is Board. Route 6 eastbound Old Road. That is stretch. 148 at the northbound side. It's back to Route 24 to Taunton. 95. A little stop no action between Route 123 down to 109 to Route 128 Canton Stretch. Route 24 is back up to 123 and Buckton all the way down to Route 128 Canton Stretch. Route 3 at the northbound side. It's back to the Breakthrough Split. 7 Expressway is back between the Breakthrough Split and down to downtown Dorchester. And 7 Expressway is back to Mass Bank down to Dorchester. Pike westbound also between North over down to South Boston. South South Count also good. Route 1 also to Route down to downtown Boston. Pike eastbound also to Fairfield down to Osman Charles Pike westbound also between North over down to the Prude Tunnel. Route 1 drain to the northbound side also on Breakthrough all the way down to Needham. Stop and go action. 1 drain a little bit before the Breakthrough Split. 495 to the northbound side is back between Route 9 and Westboro. 1 drain to the northbound side is back between BBD Stretch. 1 trade 7 also between Linfield away down Lexington and Route 93 on the southbound also in Bedford down to Boston. 93. Route 1 so from Chelsea to Charleston. Sub also Canton look good and Pike westbound also to Lower down to South Boston. Route 3 7 also on 485 Lowell all the way down to Burlington. 485 7 also on Lawrence on the 9 to Tewksbury. 485 northbound back between Harvard and 9 to Littleton. 485 it's back in Chelsea Stretch. 29 eastbound also around 146 and down to Worcester and Route 146 a little bit around Route 29 in Worcester and Western Mass Side was out. Looking good. 84 eastbound back between Farmington and Route 91 Harvard Deck at 91 7 also around 291 84 Harvard Deck at 291 eastbound also 91 Route 5 and Harvard Deck at 84 eastbound Waterbury and 17 84 westbound also in Newtown Connecticut. Red Park Radio also on Terminal and down New Canaan at 95. Northbound also the West Van stretch at 95 7 also Bridgeport down to Greenwich. 93 7 also in Concord direct area. Everton back to Manchester Airport. Peter Childers time is 8:02, $7 for Travel Watch. Baby! Later, frontal passage, fighter rings increased shard. Thunderstorm potential. Julian settled. Pattern persist fighting as a cross the station rate rings across the northeast that resulted in multiple opportunities for shots at thunderstorm while coverage should be limited by Thursday. Strong force fighter may bring in better chance for shots at thunderstorm before drier weather arrives for the weekend. Temperature trend towards seasonable levels by the end of the weekend. Flow of humidity and more comfortable conditions expected this weekend. A generally unsettled pattern of persistent Friday. Friday as a question searching front remains across the northeast, resulted in multiple opportunities for shots and storms. While coverage should be remain limited by Thursday. Score for Friday may be a better chance of shots and thunderstorms before drier weather arrives the weekend. At mid-level ridge rains anchored across the sub-central and southern quarters. Southeast quarters while weaker ridge extends the Canadian prairies, and this leaves the flow off bridge lifting across the total allowed the short wave ridge to quickly traverse the continent into the northeast, given the lack of strong centimeter gale force and sharp development and coverage will remain difficult to pin down for Thursday. Sunday will be very dry with a weak surface low past the summit. New England, the highest pops generally 10-20% will be confined in immediate south coast and islands during the morning. Number as a mix of southern clouds expected, although a number of surge wildfire smoke may result in hazy, milky skies. A mid-level survey will move throughout tonight to the Thursday morning, provided enough force of the scattered shots and 3 thunderstorms coverage should remain limited. However, that pops generally 20-30% range from northwest of 95. 495 Thursday features weak disturbance experienced in about the Though with similar props once again, and East after 7 New England. And more notable change. Rise fighting in the front, stiff punch to the trend later, strong 5 mil off short throw, and increase in force of bringing better chance to shots left, so particularly the front pushes offshore. Beyond front high pressure builds region, Saturday Sunday, bringing a much stronger air with a longer, mostly steady and careful conditions. And next opportunity for more substantial rainfall rise late Sunday and Monday as the low pressure approaches from the Northern Great Lakes and temperatures trend towards seasonal levels toward the end of the week with low humidity, more comfortable conditions expected this weekend. And temperatures are off. Gradually cool throughout the end of the week with 2 points followed sooner the result to be noticeably cooler than the more recent pressure air by late weekend. The weekend is shaping up to be most comfortable stretch to the weather in quite some time. With highs generally in the upper 70s across the interior some of the wing and the lower 80s and along the coastal plain, 2 points in the 50s will make for a much more comfortable condition. While overnight lows fall to the 50s and Saturday and Sunday mornings. Temperatures early next week will remain seasonal. About 2 points may trend up in the weather Monday, depending on the time of the next frontal system. Okay, look at the forecast. Goes like this. Today, sun's coming 84 degrees. Calm given northwest about 5 miles after the night. Podcast coming 64 degrees. Variable wind for Thursday. Slight to showers. Chance of showers starts after 2 p.m. Most of the sun skies about 83 low 63 degrees. Calm given southwest about 5 to 7 miles after the chest ratio 30% for Friday. Sun skies and slight to shower about 83 low 56 degrees. And not expect to wash out. For Sunday, Saturday, sun skies at 81 low 57 degrees. Calm given north around 3 to 5 miles for Sunday. Sun skies about 81. Low 62 degrees of calm in southwest around 8 miles afternoon for Monday. Shots back to south coming at 79, low 60 degrees. And southwestern rock 6 to 8 miles an hour. Becoming west northwest afternoon just reaches 50% for today. Sun skies at 82 degrees of north around about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Right now, 62 degrees of west skies. And that's going to be it for water this August 12th to 26th on a Wednesday morning here. Jay Wiggins say, have a good morning, guys. Stay safe, be well, have a good day, and good morning.